The screaming erupted at exactly 8:15 a.m. The moment Victoria Langston realized her prized black Audi A4 was being hoisted by a tow truck, while half the neighborhood filmed the spectacle. Just 3 hours earlier, this HOA tyrant had taken a crowbar to my brand-new Mustang GT. The sickening crunch of shattered glass and scraped paint. $38,000 of dreams I'd worked 2 years of overtime to afford, echoing in my Austin driveway. But what she didn't know was that while she was destroying my car, I was dismantling her empire with bank records, forged documents, and proof of embezzled community funds, and in 10 minutes, the police would arrest her for felony fraud. What would you do if a power-drunk Karen smashed everything you'd built? Let me take you back to how this suburban nightmare ignited, because the revenge that unfolded reshaped our entire community. I'm Nathan Brooks, 53, an electrician piecing my life back together after a brutal divorce in suburban Austin, Texas. My ex-wife took the house, the dog, and half my retirement, leaving me to scrape together a down payment for a modest ranch in Oak Ridge Meadows, a cookie-cutter neighborhood where identical lawns and forced smiles hid simmering tensions. With the last of my settlement, I bought my dream, a 2024 Mustang GT in electric blue, its 480 horsepower V8 rumbling like controlled thunder. The first drive home, windows down, leather scent blending with Texas summer heat, felt like freedom. That joy lasted 3 days. Enter Victoria Langston, our self-appointed neighborhood dictator. Picture a woman engineered in a suburban mom factory, rigid blonde bob defying the wind, designer outfits costing more than my mortgage, and a black Audi she polished like a shrine. Her oversized house at the cul-de-sac's end loomed like a monument to her ego, its lawn so perfect it could have been astroturf laid by obsessive robots. As HOA president for 5 years, she ruled Oak Ridge Meadows like a personal fiefdom, her reign enforced through fear and fines. The harassment began immediately. Day 4 in my new home, I found a citation in my mailbox. My gray mailbox violated aesthetic standards and needed a beige replacement. $85 out of pocket for a metal box that held junk mail. Then came weekly Tuesday citations, sharp paper snaps in my mailbox like clockwork, grass 3/4 of an inch too tall, $20 fine, oil stains from my work truck, $45, garden hose improperly stored, $30. From her kitchen window, Victoria's silhouette watched, arms crossed, smirking like she was savoring a private victory. The bitterness rose in my throat. But when she targeted my Mustang, the real war began. At my first HOA meeting in the community center, the air thick with stale coffee and disinfectant, Victoria presided like a judge. Flanked by 4 board members, middle-aged drones nodding like bobbleheads, she declared my car inappropriate for community standards, citing its undesirable image. The citation carried a $180 fine and a lien threat if I didn't remedy it. The fluorescent lights buzzed like angry wasps as she stared me down, her cold blue eyes like laser sights. I spent nights with cold coffee, poring over HOA bylaws. No rule banned sports cars or parking in driveways. Armed with this, I returned to the next meeting, presenting calmly. Her citations violated the governing documents. Victoria leaned back, unfazed, delivering a line that changed everything. Some people don't grasp that rules exist for a reason, Nathan. Perhaps you'd be happier in a different kind of neighborhood. The racial undertone hung like smoke. The board voted 4-1 to uphold her fines. This wasn't about aesthetics. It was about power, control, and putting the undesirable new guy in his place. Victoria Langston had declared war on the wrong electrician. A week later, I walked to my driveway and felt my heart plummet. Deep scratches scarred the driver's side of my Mustang, jagged gouges cutting through paint to bare metal. $2,600 in damage. The morning air, scented with Texas honeysuckle, turned sour with the metallic tang of rage. This wasn't random, it was surgical. I called the police, voice shaking. Officer Delgado filed a report with the enthusiasm of someone noting a parking ticket. Probably kids, he said, despite the deliberate precision. The repair estimate made me sick. My insurance deductible wouldn't cover it. But Victoria had underestimated a divorced electrician. With nothing to lose, 20 years of troubleshooting skills, and too much time, That evening, while wiring security lights for a client, I got a text from Elsa Thornton, my 72-year-old neighbor. Her living room, smelling of lavender potpourri, felt like a clandestine meeting. "I saw who scratched your car," she whispered, curtains drawn. It was Kyle, Victoria's son, at midnight with something metal. Her hands trembled. She'd seen Mrs. Patterson driven out with fines after questioning landscaping costs. "Will you testify?" I asked. Elsa's face crumpled. "I can't. She'll ruin me." The pattern was clear. Victoria crushed dissenters until they fled. Unlike them, I wasn't running. My electrician's brain sparked. When someone cuts your power, you don't just fix it, you upgrade the system. I bought a top-tier 4K dash cam system, front and rear, motion-activated, night vision, cloud backup. Texas law allowed cameras on my property, admissible in court if not aimed at neighbors' windows. Divorce lawyer wisdom, document everything. I spent a weekend running wires with job site precision, the click of screwdrivers like loading ammo. Each camera, hidden from the street, covered my driveway in crystal clarity. Victoria escalated. Monday, a code enforcement officer, Brad Hensley, likely her cousin, knocked, claiming my cameras violated privacy. I showed him. All on my land, aimed at my vehicles. He left, muttering about monitoring. That afternoon, Elsa called. 3 families, the Martins, Reyes, Thompsons, fled after Victoria's harassment. Same playbook: fake violations, city complaints, insurance cancellations. The Martins faced noise fines for a silent piano. The Reyes got hit for a vegetable garden. Ex-treasurer Harold Jenkins tried auditing expenses. Victoria buried him in fake roof violations costing $25,000. He fled. She wasn't just a bully. She was hiding something big. 3 nights later, my phone lit up at 2:15 a.m. with motion alerts. Expecting a raccoon, I saw Victoria herself, HOA president, not her kid, crouched by my Mustang, carving lines with a landscaping edger. Her gaudy 3-carat ring glinted in the infrared, her $200 yoga outfit glowing as she smiled, savoring each gouge. My blood screamed to confront her, but my lawyer's voice echoed. Emotion destroys evidence. Let them hang themselves. I recorded, heart pounding, as she committed felony vandalism. Local cops might shrug. Victoria sponsored their barbecues, but I needed more. Her next move came via certified mail, an emergency violation notice, claiming my car's aftermarket exhaust broke noise rules. It didn't. Remove it in 48 hours or face towing and fees. The audacity. She was trying to steal my car after failing to ruin it. That evening, Elsa brought me to Harold Jenkins at a dingy Austin diner, its coffee bitter as betrayal. Harold, 60, looked haunted, his briefcase stuffed with evidence. Victoria's embezzled $42,000, he said. Fake invoices, shell companies like Oak Ridge Maintenance LLC under her maiden name. Victoria Hayes funneled HOA funds to her Audi payments. She targeted dissenters with false code calls and insurance drops. Harold's policy was canceled over fake foundation issues. We built a coalition. Elsa, Harold, exiled Martins, noise fines, Reyes, garden fines, Thompson's, fake structural issues. Theo Ramirez, a tow company owner, owed $3,500, confirmed payments to Victoria's sister's firm, Hayes Solutions. Attorney Rachel Hayes, no relation, saw racketeering, mail fraud, wire fraud, conspiracy. We duplicated evidence, rallied 12 witnesses, tipped Channel 7 News. Victoria's 48-hour ultimatum was our trap. In my garage, now a war room, Harold's bank records covered my workbench, Theo's invoices taped to cabinets, insurance fraud proof pinned like a crime board. The air smelled of oil and justice. Elsa brought coffee and courage. 15 families will testify. Rachel arrived, a legal shark. This is federal, 20-year sentences. We wired backup cams, synced to cloud storage, legal in Texas. Theo's drone would capture aerial proof. Harold taught audit tricks, demand receipts, verify accounts. Theo, her toes skipped legal steps, vehicle theft. We timed it for rush hour, 8 a.m., when Victoria patrolled, kids on buses, families watching. At 6:30 a.m., I sipped coffee on my porch, steam rising like war incense. Theo's tow truck rumbled, parked legally. Victoria emerged in a silk robe, dialing frantically. Her board gathered, shouting, "Lawyer threats." My cams rolled. At 7:15, she marched to Theo in a $1,200 suit, demanding he leave. Theo calm. "I'm collecting $3,500 in unpaid invoices, signed by you." He showed records, including payments to her sister's fake firm. Victoria paled, stammering about accounting errors. Officer Delgado arrived, called by her trespass claim. Theo handed over invoices, bank statements, fraud proof. Elsa, Harold, and victims approached with more: insurance fraud, harassment logs. Victoria tried blackmail. Certain officials have arrangements. Delgado's disgust was palpable. Board members turned. Secretary Linda Walsh claimed ignorance. Tom Carver admitted no receipts existed. Channel 7's Lisa Carter arrived, asking, "Comment on $42,000 embezzled?" Victoria froze, cameras rolling. Feds in unmarked sedan swarmed. Agent Martinez, "Victoria Langston, you're under arrest for mail fraud, wire fraud, embezzlement, racketeering." Her Audi lifted as she wailed, cuffed past cheering neighbors. News captured her fall. 6 months later, Victoria got 4 years, $112,000 restitution. Oak Ridge Meadows reformed. Transparent audits, live-streamed. Meetings, a legal fund from her home's auction. My Mustang gleams, business up 40%. We host freedom festivals, inspiring Texas HOA laws. A Waco caller said we stopped their scam. Was 4 years too harsh for a suburban crook? Do HOAs breed tyrants, or can vigilance save them? Share your HOA nightmares, justice, or overreach. Comment, like, subscribe, notify for more neighbor triumphs.